In this video, I'm going to share with you my top 6 things to do on the island of Sal in Cape Verde. Before I start, remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell as I release a new video each week related to all things travel. So number 6 is to enjoy the beach. The most obvious option is to enjoy the beaches on the island of Sal. They are absolutely stunning, and Sal has a never-ending coastline with soft powder-like sand, and the waters are clean and crystal clear. The beach in Santa Maria is not only long but wide, and spending a day there doing nothing is a pleasant way of just letting the time go by. I visited Sal during their winter months, so the sea temperature was a little cold for me, but that didn't stop me from venturing into the sea. I was informed that the waters are much warmer in the summer months. Oh my god, the water is cold. One, two. Okay. Number 5 is to enjoy fresh seafood at one of their many restaurants. So on my first night, I ate at a restaurant called Barracuda and had the chef's speciality, which was seared tuna. The tuna was super fresh. I was also introduced to punch, which is a local alcoholic beverage made from grog, which is similar to rum, but it has the addition of either honey, lime or sugar, or a combination of all three. I think there are multiple variations of punch. On my last night, I went to a different restaurant. I can't remember the name, but I'll put it up on screen. And I had sawfish, which I've never had before. So I had a sawfish fillet, which came with banana. I'm not going to lie, this restaurant in particular served tiny portions on big plates. So I had to order a side of rice to go with it, but I still wasn't satisfied, and I ended up ordering a plate of octopus. That being said, the meal was extremely delicious and was probably my favorite meal in Santa Maria. The flavors and just the freshness of the ingredients was just to die for. Both these restaurants were not on the cheap side and had similar prices to restaurants in London. However, there are cheaper alternatives. So on one of the nights, I did have tuna steak with rice and chips, and it was €5. You really can't go wrong for a meal costing €5. Number 4 is to swim with the sharks. So on the island of Sal, there is a famous bay named Shark Bay, and it is literally shark infested waters. But it's infested with lemon sharks, which are what they call vegetarian sharks, which I'm not entirely sure why, because they still eat fish. But you will need strong water shoes if you decide to go to Shark Bay, as the seabed is very uneven and difficult to walk on, but you can rent some sea shoes on the shore. I suggest you go with a local guide, as you probably won't see any sharks without one. I can't remember the exact price, but the cost of the guide plus the sea shoes was less than €10. So once I got into the waters, I literally had a ton of baby sharks swimming around my ankles within no time at all. If you've seen my video on scuba diving in Vietnam, you will know that I'm terrified of sharks and various other sea creatures. If you haven't, I'll leave a link in the description down below and in the top right hand corner, so you can check that out after you finish watching this video. However, after seeing the Testing If Sharks Can Smell Blood video by Mark Rober, I wanted to try this experience, as in that video they made the sharks look like puppies. I was still a little scared of the baby sharks swimming around my ankles and to go further in to see the bigger sharks, but mustered up the courage to go. They don't come nowhere near as close as the baby sharks, but you can see their fins bobbing above the water. So in at number 3 is simply just enjoying the sunset on the beach. There's not much to say about this, but the sunsets in Sao are absolutely stunning. It's definitely worth taking a stroll along the beach to catch the sunset. There are also a few restaurants along the beach so you can enjoy a meal while soaking in the beautiful sunset. A lot of local people come out during the sunset to exercise along the beach, so if you're into people watching, there's plenty to keep you occupied. At number 2 is a visit to the salt mines of Pedra de Lume. The old salt mines of Pedra de Lume are located on the east coast of Sao. The salt mines are actually located inside the crater of an old volcano. Well, it's a sunken crater. To be honest, it is in the middle of nowhere, but it's worth the visit to enjoy the flotation experience. The waters are so rich in salt and minerals that it makes you float without any effort whatsoever. It really is a unique experience. I literally burst out laughing as soon as I entered the waters, as it immediately lifts your body up, and it initially felt quite strange. There's no point in resisting whatsoever, as the water will end up flipping you around, and you definitely don't want to get any of that salt water in your eyes. To enter the salt mines, it costs €5 and then an additional €1, which is optional to rinse off in the open showers afterwards. It's literally a timed 60-second shower, but you will definitely want to rinse off afterwards as your skin will be covered in salt. After rinsing off, my skin did feel silky smooth, and I would definitely visit again because I'm definitely a fan of mud baths and salt baths, and I love that whole natural therapeutic experience. Now, coming in at the top of my list at number 1 is quad biking around the island. You can either do this as a tour or rent the quad bike and go with your own itinerary. I did the latter as I like to go at my own pace, and I'm really not an advocate of organized fun, and I just like to do things when I want to do it, see things when I want to see it. Having the quad bike allowed me to see quite a bit of the island, including Shark Bay and the salt mines. It's a wonderful way of seeing the island, and I would definitely rent a quad bike again if I return to Sao. From what I experienced, Sao seems pretty safe and the roads are not busy at all, so it's a nice experience even for nervous drivers, but you must have a driving license in order to rent a quad bike. As Sao is a small island, it is very easy to navigate as there is literally one road which takes you across the entire length of the island. That being said, I did get a little lost trying to make my way to Shark Bay from the salt mines as I had to drive off road, but I made it safely thanks to Google Maps, which gave me some indication that I was heading in the right direction. That's it for my top 6 things to do in Sao. If you've been to Sao before, let me know what your favourite activity was. If you haven't been, let me know if Sao is a place you would visit and what activities appeal to you the most. Thank you for watching, and remember to give this video the thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you soon for more travel videos.